Learn more at autismspeaks.org. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
I'm attorney Brian Ritchie. Getting hurt in a car wreck comes with all kinds of stress and frustration. But when you call me, I'll be on top of all of it. So all you need to worry about is getting better. If you've been injured in a car wreck, I'm on top of it. Contact us at ritchielaw.com.
Good morning, I'm meteorologist Elizabeth Gardner in the Weather Center. It is cloudy out there this morning and mild. As we get into the late afternoon and evening, we'll have the potential for some scattered storms. We do have a level 1 risk, which means we could see some wind damage with some of those storms late today and tonight. 83 for today's high. 65 overnight tonight, and tomorrow a better chance for storms. We actually have a small risk for tornadoes tomorrow, a level 2 risk, a high of 81. Those storms likely in the afternoon and evening.
The Sports Shop is presented by Alsco Linen and Uniform Rental Service. Alsco's first aid service is great for office buildings, restaurants, automotive facilities, or anywhere emergencies can happen. Call Alsco today at 919-828-7491 or visit alsco.com. Again, that's alsco.com to learn more about what they can provide for your business.
Top of the morning to you, and you. Oh, yeah, we're getting closer to the weekend. Even though it's a short week, it seems like it's a long week. When the week is short, it seems like it's long as hell.
Absolutely.
What is up with that? But guess what? I'll tell you what's not long. You got 2 hours of all the fun you want to have right here on the Sports Shop. Sports Shop, Reese Kmac. I'm DR Reese with an S. And we got a lovely and talented Pamela Thompson-Smith, the firm in the building.
Good morning.
8-time behind the glass making it happen. Sports Shop's out here. We're going to do what we do. Let go.
I found the love provides the key.
I did.
Unlocks the heart and souls of you and me. Love will learn to sing a song, yeah. Love is written in the stone. Every man I meet, walk in time. Free to wander past his conscious mind.
Wow.
Love will come and take you home, yeah. Where the world
Written in the stone. That's how we get down, man. On this Throwback Thursday, we're going to throw it back to a year, and we'll tell you why in a little bit. But good morning, Pamela. How you doing?
Good morning. I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. It's Thursday.
It's Thursday.
It's going to be okay. 8-time was cooking with you, brother. How you doing this morning?
Doing well, feeling
Let
good.
him cook.
Yeah, let it cook.
Let him cook.
Let
He
him
gonna be
cook.
cooking today.
You better be cooking tonight with his crew.
Yeah.
But we're going to see. Oh, man. Well, let's start. Let's start with the Carolina Hurricanes.
Yeah.
And shout out to my oldest. She was there in the building last night, Erica.
Oh wow.
You know, she had to go get her Carolina Hurricanes, pull over and all that stuff. So she was all geared up. And she left Mikey at home with Ben. They was watching on TV, I guess.
So she got the overall experience last
She was
night.
thinking I was with some Lenovo people. That's how she get down. But anyway.
To get it honest.
Yeah. So she's out of sight. I said, well, go cheer them because make sure we push the series to another game. And for a minute,
Thought it was gonna happen.
2-0, I was like, hey. So I was going back and forth because there was other things on. I was watching a little WNBA was on last night. My mom was she watched all the WNBA games. She's watching that then, of course. Ant-Man and his crew came on, and we're gonna talk about that. So I was going back and forth. I said, okay, I said it's gonna be all right. Let's go Hurricanes. Then all of a sudden it was 3-2. The Panthers, the Florida Panthers. I said, oh Lord. Then all of a sudden
They got tied.
Tied
I
up.
was like, okay.
Let's go Canes. Let's go Canes. Tied up. Speaking of right there.
Yeah. And the crowd went crazy.
But then I switched to watching more of the basketball game, and I was watching. And I watch Abby Phillips every night too on CNN. So that I was watching the first part of that. Then I went back and looked at the doggone score. I like,
This was over.
But here's my take on. Obviously, we don't talk about that much. We don't cover that much, because the other guys do. But I was listening to Rob Brindamore this morning, and on the interview he had last night, and he brought something up I thought was interesting. He said really at the end of the season last year, going through the summer, they lost a lot of people vis-a-vis free agency, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And he said, man, we got to do a whole lot even just to be competitive next year. And then they brought in some missing parts and some younger guys, and young guys became older guys, and actually turned out to be a lot better than everybody thought initially. So he said, hey, I think we're tracking. We're in an upward trend. And when he said that, I thought about it. So he's right. So everybody shouldn't be so critical. I think we get a little spoiled. Hey, we was one of 4 teams in the Final Four of hockey. And we did get one game in. He's like, what does that mean? Well, you didn't understand. In the past,
that didn't happen.
Yes. So shout out to the Hurricanes for bringing us a great season. We won 2 series. We got to the finals of the Eastern Conference and couldn't get over the top because I think we played the best team in the hockey.
Absolutely.
So they won last year.
When you lose to the team that won it last year.
Matter of fact, they was in the Stanley Cup Finals 2 out of the last 3 years.
Yeah,
so
they're very great team.
So pump your brakes a little bit. So shout out to them. Shout out to the whole Hurricanes organization. It's only going to get better. They built this thing, man. It's been on an upward trend. Even when they bought the team several years ago, and it had some down years. Then when they sold it to the new owner, he made some promises, and now you look at the Hurricanes organization, look at the Lenovo Center, and what are they going to build around the Lenovo Center over there,
which is going to be amazing.
It's going to be amazing.
A little mini mall type of thing.
It's going to be a mini city. Almost.
A whole city. Anything you want to do, you're going to be able to do it right there.
So I think that's definitely based on the success of the Hurricanes and, of course, the NC State Wolfpack. But just shout out to the Hurricanes. I just want to put that out there, just that little nugget, just like that. Now let's move on to another topic.
What would that be?
Shout out, congrats,
congratulations,
and kudos goes to the Oklahoma City Thunder, Shea and the crew, J-Dub, Chet, and all of them. They got it done. They may be better than what we think they are. We don't know that much about them because we don't see them that much. They in a small market. They don't put them on blast like they do with the Lakers and the Celtics. Those marquee teams like the Golden State.
Right.
Those marquee teams that way. And it was Milwaukee. I'm not. Anyway, but they have a very, 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 very good basketball team. They won more games than anybody in the NBA this year during regular season. They won 68 games. They have the most valuable player on their team, and they just beating people by 100.
That's right.
And it was a great celebration for them. Let's first hear from Shea Gilgeous-Alexander on what his team does for him on and off the court.
Yeah, they're special. I think the biggest thing is they make the NBA not feel like a job. And it can at times with all the travel and all the hard days, the ups and downs. Now, I know I sound spoiled being in the NBA and complaining about hard days, but these guys really make it feel like I'm a kid playing AU basketball and 15 years old again. They make it seem like it's just fun. And I think that's what makes us really good. We have so much fun being out there together. And I'm sure we all know, when you're having fun with things, you give it your all and you excel at it because you enjoy it. Now, whether that's your job or not, but whatever you have fun with, you excel at, and that's why we've excelled for sure.
What's really interesting about this is that they don't have the marquee names, even though Shea is unbelievable. We know about SGA. But SGA was traded from the Clippers.
Right. That's true. That's a good point.
Think about that. I mean, he ain't good enough to play for the Clippers. The damn Clippers.
And now look.
But then, I mean, I didn't, full disclosure, this next guy, Jalen Williams, I had no idea.
I was going to say J-Dub.
Hey, I have no idea. I don't, the first time I heard about him was this year. And I watch and breathe. I live and breathe sports and basketball in general. Here's J-Dub on his feelings after winning the Western Conference Finals.
It feels very surreal. I know that's like a pretty typical word that people say, but that is what I'm feeling. Like, I haven't really been able to like wrap my head around it. I think just from like this being my third year kind of happened pretty fast. So I'm like trying to like put all of it into perspective. Like, my brother got into the NBA this year, and like his first year is already done. Like, so there's a lot of like other things that go on that make me think like how fast and how blessed I am to like get to the point that I'm at now and who I'm getting to the finals with. So that went more into my mind, just about how lucky I am and how like special this moment is.
Very nice. His brother's in the league too, huh?
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of brothers in the league.
It is. And cousins.
That's right. The family reunion should be paid for easy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The moms and dads should be living pretty good too.
My point is, it ain't about who bringing something to the doggone family reunion or cookout.
It's already catered and paid for.
What? Yeah, I mean, say less, as we always say.
Fun fact for you real quick, talking about it being a young team.
Okay.
They became the second youngest team to advance to the finals with an average age of just 25.6.
Yeah, and that's why I think potentially they can. We say this every year. We said last year with Boston, and then turns out they was. Well, I'm not sure they were trending that well or not, because as A-Town said, even before Jason Tatum got hurt, they were still down. But last year this time.
look at me talking about myself.
Last year, after the win, we were saying Celtics it's a dynasty,
right?
A dynasty. It was going to be a dynasty, but then it's kind of hard to go from year to year because injuries happen. You never know. They have roster movement because I think the Celtics they're up against it big time with the salary cap and penalties associated with that. So I think that you can't take it for granted. But you said the average age is what now?
25.6.
Average age is 25. They have 6 or 7 first round draft picks because Presley, the GM, he's executive of the year. He's been out there for 18 years, and he's done an unbelievable job. And by the way, this is going to be his payback year, where if he didn't get it done, they're going to do something different.
Right. Because
he's had, keep in mind, he's had KD, Russ, and James Harden on the same team at the same time. I mean, this guy's phenomenal general manager, and the movement that he has. By matter of fact, let me think about this. I thought about this the other day, and maybe it was the Clippers. Did the Clippers play OKC A-Town? Let me think. Did they play them
this year?
Yeah.
No.
In the playoffs?
No.
Okay. All right.
So Denver Nuggets and the Clippers.
Okay. All right. I saw a stat, and maybe I'm gonna have it all confused, but Paul George, by the way, is the reason why a lot of these teams are successful. No. Oh,
keep going.
No, that's what it was. Check this out.
Okay.
Check this out. Boy, this is brilliant. Reese, man, you impress me every morning. Here's the thing about it. If A-Town's crew loses tonight, that would put Indiana in, right?
Yes.
Paul George is responsible he'll be responsible for both teams in the finals and their ability to have draft picks. Because remember, Paul George played for Indiana. Remember that? When he broke his leg and all that? Paul George played for Indiana. Moved, and they got draft picks. Paul George went to OKC. Moved, and then he went to the Clippers, and then they got all these draft picks. So the future of both of these teams, particularly OKC, It's solely based on the fact of one person.
Paul George.
Paul George the third. Whatever his name. Put that down.
And you won't hear that anywhere else.
Nowhere else. That's D.R. Reese right there. Think about it. That's amazing to me.
That is.
Anyway, let me tell you what else is amazing, because we got this partnership with the American Red Cross. I'm going to tell you some great things they're doing. Guess what? Check this out. Man, Red Cross, these are the tips to stay safe this summer from the Red Cross. I'm just telling you something right here. Guess what? It is so interesting as my screen refreshes. It's time to enjoy the great outdoors and warm weather. The American Red Cross North Carolina region wants everyone to have a safe summer and offer steps they can follow. Here's a couple, man, right here. Slow down. By postponing or limiting outdoor activities, you may not be so susceptible to have, a lot of issues going on.
That's right.
Just think about that. Stay hydrated. Think about that. When you're outside, make sure you stay hydrated and spend a lot of time indoors, particularly when it's really, really hot. They give you tips on heat cramps and heat exhaustion and heat stroke. So there's a laundry list of places you can go to learn more about how to stay safe, and it helps all of us, and it helps your ability to donate blood to the American Red Cross.
That's right.
But how you find out more about summer safety and some of those tips, go to redcross.org/summer safety, and you'll get everything you need to know about that.
That's great.
Yep.
And if you want to volunteer, you can go to the same redcross.org/volunteer so that you can help out when they're on site doing their blood drives.
Oh, man, this is incredible. Hey, another thing that's incredible is how the doggone Timberwolves managed to just get beat by 100. Literally. Not literally, but,
Felt like it.
Makes a good conversation. We'll talk about that. There's other things going on. The ACC came out with these schedules, basketball schedules. It's kind of confusing. Got people all jacked up. Teams that been playing each other for 100 years, or twice a year, now won't even play each other but one time a year. I'm talking about rivals. I'm talking about the rivals that changes families and bar mitzvahs and reunions and everything.
Fights.
Yeah, exactly. We're gonna talk about that. And I also talk about something I said 3 years ago about the SEC, and the commissioner kind of said the same thing. We'll discuss that next on the Sports Shop. Let's go.
Like us on Facebook at the Sports Shop Radio page and visit us online at thesportshopradio.com.
Hey, it's Adam Gold, and do you have a late-night craving for in-depth analysis on the Carolina Hurricanes and their latest game, their latest win, their pursuit of the Stanley Cup? Well, I can quench your thirst. I can feed that appetite on the Canes Corner podcast, the morning after edition, which drops the morning after every Hurricanes game. Get it wherever you get your podcast. Brought to you by the Aluminum Company of North Carolina.
Hi, this is Phil Ford. Did you know that Allsco invented the restaurant uniform rental industry? Allsco offers a wide variety of chefware for any type of restaurant. From fine dining to fast casual, we can outfit your staff in chef coats, cook shirts, and pants. Not only that, but we can clean and press them every week to ensure your staff looks as good as your food. Call 800-408-0208 or visit allsco.com. That is ALSCO.com to learn more.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Are you a victim of the timeshare trap and think there's no way out? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, the original timeshare cancellation expert. And I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. All you need to do is give my office a call. I will send you a timeshare exit information kit absolutely free, explaining how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free info kit. 800-902-5454. 800-902-5454.
Dear hero, whoever you are, thank you for donating plasma. My body literally gave up on me. Receiving plasma treatments was, to me, hope. Now that I'm out of the wheelchair, I love going on walks, swimming. Those were some of the things I was told that I would never be able to do.
I have swells all up and down my arms or my legs, my hands. I could have an airway swell, and that's life-threatening. I haven't had any attacks in about 3 months since trying it. It's crazy because it was daily that I'd have these, and it's just gone.
Because of you, I can walk again.
Because of you, I feel amazing.
Giving equals living. Give plasma. Replenish the supply. Make an appointment to give today by visiting hhs.gov/giveplasma. This message is brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
While serving in Vietnam, a grenade took my ability to see. Today, I'm a sculptor. Now, my fingers are my eyes. I'm Michael Naranjo. As a veteran, I know the challenges of life can be great. In my art, turning a lump of clay into something beautiful, that is worth doing. Life is like that. We each must use what we can to make things better.
DAV helps veterans like Michael get the benefits they've earned. They help more than 1 million veterans every year in life-changing ways.
Now, I show others how they can create something with their own hands. I know it can do a lot of good. With support from DAV, more veterans can shape their lives into a thing of beauty. My victory is bringing beauty into the world.
Michael Naranjo, may your victories inspire many more. Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
The thought of my sons growing up without me inspired me to quit smoking.
I talked to my doctors, and then I threw away all my cigarettes, ashtrays, and lighters.
I started exercising instead of smoking.
Getting support from friends online kept me on track.
Staying away from alcohol when I was first quitting was key.
Instead of smoking after I ate, I'd get up and take a walk.
I missed having a cigarette in my hand, so I'd hold a pen or a straw, anything.
Until I knew I wouldn't give in to temptation, I spent more time with my friends who didn't smoke.
I went to places that were smoke-free.
I didn't stay quit the very first time I tried.
I kept on trying, and I learned something each time.
Do whatever it takes.
No matter how many times it takes.
I quit.
I quit.
I quit.
We did it, so can you.
You can quit. For free help, call 1-800-QUIT-NOW. A message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and CDC.
I had been taking probably 800 milligrams of opioids a day, which is an insane amount.
David is in recovery from an addiction to prescription opioids.
Eventually, my whole life began to unravel. I realized that I needed help. And in recovery, I found my purpose. Addiction is a disease of isolation and loneliness. There is a way out. You don't have to do this alone.
If you or someone you know is struggling, there is hope. Recovery is possible. Visit cdc.gov/RxAwareness.
You're listening to The Sports Shop with Reese and Kmac, presented by Alsco Linen and Uniform Rental Services. Alsco, the worldwide leader in linen and uniform rental services for restaurants, healthcare, the automotive industry, and industrial facilities.
Welcome back to the Sports Shop. It is Throwback Thursday. You see it right there to the clock. Going all the way back. Let's go. Come on. Welcome back to the Sports Shop. I'm D. Earl Reese with an S. The lovely, talented Pamela Thompson-Smith. A-Town behind the glass. Well, check this out. You can go to 99.9 HD2 620 AM The Buzz 104.5 FM. You can get us right there. Or you can rock it with us on WILSportsFan.com. Stream it right there. But we're also streaming on YouTube at Sports Shop Radio, Reese and Kmac. And we got co-hosts out there that's rocking with us each and every morning. You can too. Go out there and join them. How about like, subscribe, and share with people? Because it's a family, people. That's what we're trying to do. And of course, the best of the Sports Shop with Reese and Kmac, that's our podcast. Go out and subscribe to that. It's on all podcast platforms, so don't forget to rock with that one.
We have some good news out there, Reese.
What's that?
Carlos Lewis, he says he has some great news. Genesis is representing the USA Junior Girls Golf in Australia on July the 5th through the 16th. So congratulations.
Man. Genesis is incredible. She's been on the show before.
Mm-hmm.
Keep us updated on what's going on. I think she's we're gonna hear a lot about her. Trust me.
Amazing.
Yeah, we got. It's time for a check-in anyway. We got to check in with her.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you got. Wait a minute. I didn't realize.
Oh, here we go.
Let me ask you a question.
What?
Where's my shirt? Where's my jersey like that?
I don't know where your shirt is. I didn't know your size at the time.
No, what? Matter of fact, when you go today, you tell Wade. I want my jersey.
Okay, this is actually old, so you need to get.
They gotta have a new one.
Yeah, I'm sure they got a new one out.
Oh, okay. So this is the beginning of the.
This was last year's
Okay. All right.
championship.
Well, my bad.
Playoff.
Okay.
I haven't gotten anything new. Wait, if you listen.
It's amazing. Initially, I was one that was doing a lot of stuff. Now, they just kick me to the curb, and now in shoot, I don't have not one damn new nothing. So
we'll work on that. But I tell you what, they got new going on.
What
and we are talking about the Raleigh Firebirds.
Okay, yes.
They are on the road to the Lily.
Okay.
So today starts the TBL playoffs. This is round 2 for them. And they're playing here at home, so we want you to support them. They'll be at St. Aug beginning at 7 p.m. tonight.
I might come out
playing
there.
Tampa Titans. So
I have nothing to do. I might come out there.
Come on out there.
I might
tonight,
do that,
7 o'clock. TBL playoffs. Let's support our Raleigh Firebirds.
Okay, I'm gonna check that out. Go check it out.
Round 2.
But right now it's time for we gotta go to Louisiana. We got Chuck Huck on the phone. Good morning, Chuck. How you doing, my friend? What's going on?
Good morning to you all, man. Yeah, 2 things that occurred. I was looking at it, and it just wasn't meant to be for the Hurricanes. I watched that match, and I watched OKC take out Minnesota, and I looked at it, and Rob Brendamore did all he could to get his guys ready, and it just wasn't meant to be. When I saw that guy from Florida come out of the box and he get the make it 5, came out of the box, and no goalie was stationed there. And I
Right.
said, well, it's curtains for him, and but after the match, I was looking at him and Rob Brendamore and Paul Maurice. As they say, know each other a long time. They show you the difference in the personalities. Brendamore is a stone-faced guy. He's tough as nails. They both tough as nails. Being in hockey, and Paul Maurice, like I say, he's the Clark Kent guy. But they both have done well with their franchises, and I'm going next to Oklahoma City. See, OKC was just determined to win, and it's gonna be tough to stop them. And by the way, you told me Oklahoma City. I have a cousin who plays for Oklahoma City University, play basketball. She's on the basketball team. That's my first cousin's daughter, and also his son just graduated. He's going to attend the University of Oklahoma. And his daughter's a fraternal twin. Her brother is at the University of Texas. But it's gonna be. I'm proud of all of them. But but I look at Oklahoma City. Like I said, it's a small town, like a small town atmosphere, and the people just proud of. And I love the way they play. They're unselfish team. It's not just surrounding SGA.
Right. Yeah, they are. They're young and they play with a lot of energy.
That's right.
We're gonna see what happens next, man. But hey, man,
Very aggressive
hey, I know, Chuck. Appreciate you as always, bro. You gonna land on that one?
So he got some big cousins too. His family reunions.
Yeah. Family reunion. Matter of fact,
right, Pam. All right.
You guys take care. All right, take care.
All right.
Man, it's 919-890-6200. We got a lot going on. I'm curious of what you guys think about OKC. Can they move on to excel to win in the finals? And of course, being one of those dynasty kind of teams, but Ant-Man is an interesting guy. I think he can be the face of the league, but
you still think that?
Not anymore. I'm pulling it back a little bit because I don't like his attitude. I'm not sure how competitive he is.
Right. I was gonna say attitude versus effort.
Because, the standard in terms of competitiveness is Michael Jeffrey Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted to win in marbles. He wanted to win in everything. And, it's a story. And the thing is, if they would have lost and they would interview Michael, he wouldn't have been so nonchalant the way, Ant-Man is. It's just nonchalant and just, he said, well, we lost, we just got to do better next time, that's all true. But how you say it and the manner that you say it in, this always throws me off. But here's Anthony Edwards on how it feels to come up short again. Let's take a listen.
It's exciting. I don't know I don't know why people would think it would hurt. I mean, it's exciting for me. I'm 23. I get to do it a whole bunch of times. I'm hurt more so for myself, for Mike. I came up short for Mike. Like I said, we tried last year. We couldn't get it. We tried again this year. We're going to try again next year. But hurting is a terrible word to use. I'm good.
Wow.
See? and by the way, he was
I told
talking
y'all like his attitude.
Right, he was talking Michael Connolly. And by the way, you know how they interview players in the middle of the game when they come back off of commercials? I think Connolly said something like, we're going to know how much pride we got based on how we play the next few games. So that tells me a lot that a lot of guys pretty much mellowing in. Like, well, man, hey, I guess we're going to do what we got to do, but we ain't going to win this game. No, and that's not true. But that attitude by Ant-Man, that means I got to fall back.
Yes, please.
He just want to be part of the committee. He don't want to lead the committee. He just want to be part of it. Well, I got to hurt. I got what? Man, let's see what he said about this. Is Ant-Man on what allowed the game to get out of control in the first quarter?
They came ready to play. We didn't. When you lose a game like this, it's not really too much to break down. They just did what they were supposed to do and won the game.
Why don't you think you guys came ready?
You don't want to talk about it.
I don't know. They dominated the game from the tip. And can't do nothing but tip my hat to those guys. They came ready, man. So good job by them.
Okay. Play the first one again, A-Town. How you feel about coming short again? Let's play that right quick. I'm gonna get the energy off of this again. Play that.
It's exciting.
It's exciting.
I don't know why people would think it would hurt. I mean, it's exciting for me. I'm 23. I get to do it a whole bunch of times. I'm hurt more so for myself, for Mike. I came up short for Mike. Like I said, we tried last year. We couldn't get it. We tried again this year. We're going to try again next year. But hurting is a terrible word to use. I'm good.
Yeah, see. That's not what you hear from someone who, I understand coming up short for Mike. How about coming up short for yourself and the fans?
That's right.
And the organization. How about that? I hurt. He said, I'm excited. I hurt. So, I'm not sure how competitive he is until I see that and feel that. Because I think he's a great player.
The talent is amazing.
Yeah, I'm sorry. No, to your point, he's a great talent. And we want to put him up there so fast because, LeBron is going out. I got to mention that. LeBron is going out. Steph almost 40. So, I just think that we looking for the next one. And it's just like when Bird and Magic went out, Michael stepped up and owned it for a while. I'm not sure I'm not sure he can do this. I really am not sure. And I failed to mention it's Throwback Thursday. A-Town, the song you played was a song I think came from the 70s or maybe the 80s. What song was that, and why did you play it?
That was from 2012.
Okay, I can, same thing. But why'd you pick that song, and what year are we going back to? Obviously 2012, I guess, huh?
Yeah, we're going back to 2012 because that's the last time OKC was in the finals, 2012.
I was trying to remember. They've been in the finals before?
That was the last time. I think they lost to Miami, right?
Yep.
They lost to Miami.
Okay. I was trying to remember that. All right, what else we got?
What?
Wait, what?
What?
Okay.
Breaking news.
Can I hold? Can you want me to
Please
hold it or go to it now? Your choice.
We got time.
Yeah. Well, first of all, I'm glad he's alive
thank you, Lord.
because I was wondering whether or not he was still breathing. Let's go to Chicago, my friend. Chicago, good morning. How you doing, man?
Good morning. We've been looking for you.
Yeah.
I've been a little under the weather, but go New York, go. Got a little Indiana fever going on. What the world? I'm about to let me cuss her, Reese. But we look, where I got my inspiration from? First of all, I get my inspiration from Jesus. Glory to God.
Yeah.
He's first in my life.
Yeah.
But I looked on my Knicks fan page, and the Knickerbockers, they were like, "Hi, New York Knicks, how we doing?" They're like, "Fantastic, we're doing great." Hey, listen, we're going out swinging. I've been a Knicks fan been riding since 88, and I ain't jumping off yet. That's right. We here. We can do it. We at the Mecca. You ain't got no choice. Look, you better show your look, listen, Pam, cover your ears. You peace standing up.
I got my ears covered.
Be a man. Let's go.
Peace stand up. Peace stand down. You stupid boy. You stupid.
Stand up.
Oh my God.
Well, man.
Boots on the ground. Sticks on the ground. Let's go.
Boots on the ground. Boots on the ground.
it.
No, hey, Shy, I was going to call Wiz today. I was going to call Wiz today to figure out what was going on. Straight up, man.
You know, it's ugly when your brother don't even call you. It don't but text me. So Wednesday said that. They said, I'm going to let you kind of breathe for a little while. But I'm good, man. Listen, blowing our skies, let's go. Don't call it a comeback. I'm talking smack. And we lose, hey. We lose. Hey, you can't win every game. That's what Reese told me. You can't win every game, man.
That's right.
Hey, that's always your go-to when you don't get what you want, Shy. You got to say that one right there, man.
That's right. Listen, and nothing else. I always got me some Bobby Brown New Edition records. My son said, I want my daddy's records.
Blind man of jelly. All right, boy. Hey, man. Hey,
I love y'all.
I love you too, brother. Great to hear your voice, man.
Go Five. Good to be heard. Good to see y'all and hear y'all too. Look, go Firebirds. Go Knicks. Let's go.
Let's
Happy
go.
Thursday.
That's right,
Love y'all.
Chicago. Come on out tonight if you're feeling better.
Love you too, baby. Love you.
Look, and the love of New York and the Firebirds is wrong.
I don't want to be right. Let's go, baby.
Let's go. Let's go. New York for life.
Feel better. I know how that feels.
Oh, man.
It wasn't nothing but Indiana fever. I feel good. It's just a basketball.
Indiana fever.
Good Lord. Love y'all. Let's go.
All right.
Love you too.
All right. Anytime, what we got, man?
So I want to play something real quick from Michael Jordan, the beloved,
see.
the great Michael. Whoa.
Wait, hold on. Wait, no, let me say something. See, let me set it up.
Yeah.
He didn't like what I said about Ant-Man.
No.
Hey,
I think we just have to be fair to all parties.
Hey, he didn't like what I said about Ant-Man, so he gonna go in the lab and pull something out.
Yeah, he done been in the lab.
I'd seen this maybe a couple months ago.
Okay, talk to me. So set it up then.
So everyone's lost in the playoffs, I assume, right?
Yeah. Right.
Even the GOAT,
the
great Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
So this was a clip from, I don't know, like 37 years ago when he was a young player in the league before he became, the MJ we know today.
Okay.
And I think they got swept by the Boston Celtics. So Michael Jordan's obviously.
This is when he dropped 63 against
probably
Boston. Yeah. I remember that. Yeah.
And they lost. I just want to get your thoughts.
Okay, sure.
He's probably around the same age as Ant is now.
Okay.
This is fun. We just lost the Boston Celtics, but guess what? I'm winning. Yeah. Two fellas.
So he was gambling after the game, after they got swept. And he said, "I'm winning."
Oh, so wait, that's interesting. So he was talking about he was winning because he was winning the gambling game. Not the basketball game. He just lost.
Yeah.
Okay, but
But that was after the interviews and everything was over. That was after, that wasn't saying to your fans and your teammates and everything,
right,
I'm not hurt.
I'm not hurt.
Well, why does he need to be hurt? Why do you want him to be hurt?
No.
You're usually disappointed.
Yeah, I want you to feel.
When
I want to feel the passion that we feel by putting for this team. We paying you millions of dollars. You're gonna have this cavalier attitude about winning and losing. Then maybe you're not the guy for our team.
Maybe he doesn't want to give people the satisfaction.
That's one perspective. Okay. See, well, every time we go out this, you have to keep on moving because he locked in.
He's totally locked in.
So that's why I said, hey, how about this? That's one perspective. Yeah, it's interesting but Michael gambled. He's probably gambling now. He gambles all the time, so that's part of his life. So you would think, but why is this guy doing it after they just lost to the Boston Celtics? So
I was just offering a different perspective. That's all.
And very well received, and it's funny. Hearing his voice, that tells you how young he was back then, right?
Yeah.
And that's a comp I will give you with Anthony Edwards. He's 23. He's very young, and maybe he has that fire. I want to see it some more. But that was good. So they put things in perspective. All right, okay, you scored one today. Damn, I mean, be happy. What we got, A? Well, what they have is to join our team logo right here, the QR code, definitely. The red one on the right, you definitely can join our team and be part of everything that we do on the show. The one on the left allows you to rock and roll with us and co-host out there on the doggone our YouTube page, and we have so many co-hosts out there. We just heard Carlos talking about his daughter and the Chuck Hunt and a gazillion other people. Always show up and show out. So this is how you get with us out there on our YouTube page. When we get back, I did mention two big things, and I'm going to close this show out with that. This hour is that ACC came out with the basketball schedule. They got something called primary partner and something called variable partners, and it's kind of interesting how they pick those. And also Greg Sankey, the guy I met a couple months ago, took a picture with him.
You did?
Over at the Lenovo Center. The SEC commissioner came out and said something that I said 3 years ago, maybe 2 years ago. We'll discuss that next on the Sports Shop. Let's go.
Now back to the Sports Shop with Reese and Kmac on Buzz Sports Radio.
The Adam Gold Show.
I am not a watcher of Entertainment Tonight or Bravo Network. I don't care about these things. I don't care about the relationship between Bill Belichick and Jordan Hudson unless it impacts football. Nobody has made the connection for me that this will impact football. But I will say this, the university can't separate itself from the relationship because Belichick is UNC football.
The Adam Gold Show, weekdays starting at noon on 99.9 The Fan.
It's time for the Coastal Scholar Athlete of the Month.
Hello, Creighton Blackwell here again from Coastal Credit Union and 99.9 The Fan. Today we are at Millbrook High School where we introduce the next Scholar Athlete of the Month, Brianna McMillan.
Day in and day out, just her presence, her energy, her motivation showed her teammates how to follow her. And they nominated her to be captain, and I think that speaks volumes to her as a leader.
She is like one of the leaders on the team, and anytime I see her play, it truly shows in her work and like her athleticism.
She is very uplifting, and she just makes sure if you're ever having a bad day to make your spirit better.
It's unimaginable. I really didn't think I was going to, be one of the 8, which is a huge honor, and I'm really grateful. And I hope I can live up to the honor, and I'm really appreciative for all the people who've nominated me and selected me. It's great. It's a great feeling. As an athlete, it's, you go through mental hurdles, and you got to get out of it. But, my family has definitely helped me, supported me to get out of the mental ruts that I've gone through and, made me become a better athlete on and off the field. So I appreciate them.
Congratulations, Brianna.
For over 20 years, 99.9 The Fan and Coastal Credit Union have been recognizing scholar athletes at Triangle area schools. If you'd like to nominate a high school athlete, text AWARD to 919-860-5326.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. It's the Sleep Number Everything Smart Bed Sale. Every smart bed and base are on sale during our Memorial Day event. Up to 50% off, plus free home delivery. Limited time. Exclusively at a Sleep Number store near you. Learn more at sleepnumber.com.
Why? Why take a chance? Why risk a mistake? Why say something? We all have reasons why we choose to ignore the things that give us pause, that seem out of place, that don't feel right. The word why can either paralyze us or empower us to stand up and protect what we love. So if you see something, why do you say something?
I see safe for my family.
I see safe for my friends.
I see say for my students.
We see say for each other.
I see say because all of this matters.
We all have something worth protecting. A why that unifies this community we're all a part of. So protect your everyday. Report suspicious activity to local authorities. If you see something, say something.
When you take a walk around your neighborhood and notice all the things that make it feel like home, like all the houses lying neatly together in a row, or your neighbor, Miss Rita, who always waves at you when you drive down the street, or that movie theater in the strip mall that might look a little worn down, but has the best popcorn you've ever tasted. One thing might be a little harder to notice, because somewhere tucked in that neat row of houses is hunger. It could be your next door neighbor, or your coworker, or your daughter's friend from school, because over 30 million Americans don't know where their next meal is coming from. Hunger lives in neighborhoods all around us, but it doesn't have to. Together, we can provide 1 billion meals by 2030, because everyone should be welcome at the table. Learn more at nourishingneighbors.com. Let's break the cycle of hunger together.
The
The future depends on teachers who are reinventing the classroom and starting their students on journeys that will change the course of history. Shape the future. Teach. Learn more and receive free support at teach.org.
I'm attorney Brian Ritchie. Big truck accidents can cause life-changing injuries, and life-changing injuries deserve life-changing money. I know big truck wrecks, and I know how to fight those big insurance companies. If you've been hurt by a big truck, contact us at ritchielaw.com. I'm on top of it.
You're listening to The Sports Shop with Reese and Kmac, presented by Alsco Linen and Uniform Rental Services. Alsco, the worldwide leader in linen and uniform rental services for restaurants, healthcare, the automotive industry, and industrial facilities.
So I ball so hard, niggas wanna find me. But first, gotta find me. What's 50 grand to a motherfucker like me? Can you please remind me? Ball so hard, this shit crazy. Y'all don't know that don't get raised. The next could go 0 for 82 when I look at you like you a gravy. Ball so hard, where we ain't even supposed to be here. Ball so hard, since
welcome back to the Sports Shop.
Right
DR Reese in the building. Sports Shop, Reese Kmac. The lovely talented Pamela Smith the firm.
Good morning.
A-Town in the building. Throwback Thursday going back to 2012. No, and we had done it a while. We don't have no time to do today, but typically we do the top 5 picks in the NFL and the NBA during Throwback Thursday. Remember that?
Yeah.
We had
We'll bring it back.
We'll bring it back next Thursday. But I want to get into this conversation. I mentioned that the ACC came out yesterday with some interesting things that are going on that's going to affect certain teams who traditionally play each other, but they're not going to be playing each other now. But one time, as opposed to twice, and some people may get a little upset. For the first time in a century, UNC won't host NC State in men's basketball in 100 years. Think about that.
That hurts.
Man, NC State will host the Tar Heels in Will Wade's debut season over at Lenovo, but the Tar Heels will not be taking on the Wolfpack in Chapel Hill. It is the first time since 1919. How old were you then, Pam?
You know what? Turn your head back around.
I mean, think about it. Since 1919 was the last time that's happened. The ACC announced conference matchups on yesterday. So the league recently shrunk the number of conference games from 20 to 18 because in a bid to get more NCAA tournament berths, which I thought is interesting. And at that point, UNC and NC State were not guaranteed to play each other twice a season. Jim Phillips, who's the commissioner of the ACC, said the decision reflects our ongoing prioritization to do with what's best for the ACC men's basketball. The 18-team league received just 4 bids last year, including North Carolina, of course, first 4, then, of course, Duke going to the Final Four. We know all about that. But under the new 18-game schedule, each league member will play 2 opponents twice. One is a primary partner, and one is determined on a year-by-year basis as a variable partner. This is really confusing. Each will play 7 other opponents at home and 7 others on the road. All teams will miss 1 school in the conference play. Now, State can play Carolina and Chapel Hill, but it will not count as a conference game, which is really weird.
That is so weird.
Again,
it's their fault for adding all these other teams.
Yep. No, really, that's true. But so the traditional matchups are, of course, Duke, Carolina. They're not going to change that. Primary partners for State is Wake Forest. So the Big 4. So we'll keep our eyes on that. I just thought that was interesting that we will not have an opportunity to see those games, those teams play each other twice, home and away.
Yeah, the variable partner list, it is very confusing. Like, how do you select that?
So the primary partners are Boston College and Notre Dame, Clemson and Georgia Tech, California, Stanford. That makes sense. Yeah. Duke, Carolina, Miami. And Florida State makes sense. Louisville, SMU, NC State, Wake Forest, and Pitt and Syracuse. Virginia and Virginia Tech.
Which makes sense.
Yeah. And who are the variable partners there?
Boston College, Miami, California, Georgia Tech, Clemson, Pitt, Duke, Louisville, Florida State, SMU, North Carolina and Syracuse, NC State and Virginia, Notre Dame, Stanford, and Virginia Tech, Wake Forest.
Yeah, I had no idea how they picked those. We're going to find out because we'll go to Operation Basketball and get more details during the preseason. But I just think it's interesting that in 100 damn years,
right,
over 100 years, since 1919, State and Carolina have played twice, home and away. And it won't happen. Then
it's a revenue generator too.
I know,
Those are sold out games.
Yeah, good point. But how you determine where you play? I mean, I guess they playing at State, but they ain't playing in Carolina. That's just I don't know. That's just weird. That's just weird. Anyway, we'll follow that. We'll definitely follow that and see what happens with that. I want to pivot also to another conversation. I mentioned Greg Sankey, who is the commissioner of the SEC. Right now, they're currently going through. They're down at the SEC spring meetings where all the coaches and ADs get together and talk shop. You know, SEC is the SEC and the Big Ten. They were definitely are the two top conferences in the NC2A. And the NC2A, I use that purposely. The NC2A because Greg Sankey said something that I said a long time ago. And that should get you Greg Sankey a little bit from him in terms of addressing the SEC spring meeting crowd.
I've shared with the decision-making working group, I have people in my room asking, why are we still in the NCAA? There's inherent value, but how does the association continue to adapt? How do those whose frustration level is at its highest, how maybe are some of those frustrations mitigated? How are some of those frustrations dealt with? I think we would like to see more authority and autonomy granted under the NCAA heading. We'd like to come together for championships. We think that's a critical, important, broad part of college sports. I think there can be more independence in decision-making. We talked about an autonomy division that would be under the NCAA heading clearly. It would be linked, but you'd have more authority and autonomy.
Let me tell you what's going on. I said at some point, it don't take two conferences, the SEC and the Big Ten, and be like, what the hell with the NC2A? With the NIL going on and everybody getting paid, don't mean what do we need them for?
That's right.
We're the brand, we're the talent. So hey, Amazon. Matter of fact, Amazon you a bunch of money. Don't worry about NC2A. We gonna create our own thing that's going on. I said that a long time ago when we was people jumping conferences and a lot of controversy going on. I said that at some point it's going to be a major entity that have a bunch of money. Google, I don't know, Amazon. You pick them. And come those two conferences because you take those two out. That's it. No, it's not the ACC.
No,
it's not. Because if you rank them, you got SEC, Big Ten, and maybe SEC then. But Big 12 coming up. I mean, ACC then. Big 12's coming up strong. But you take those two. You take the SEC conference and the Big Ten, and they go somewhere else underneath another umbrella and say, the hell with the NC2A, then it's done.
Over.
Or, I mean, maybe, okay. But the Division IIs and the 1AAs or whatever, FCSs or whatever, may stay under the NC2A. But the big boys, the Power Fours, that means the Big 10, Big 12, ACC, and SEC, they could be under. It can be the Google College Championship, a Google College organization, and everything filters up through them. Everything filters up through Amazon. It can happen.
Yes.
So, and when people start dropping stuff like that, say, "Why y'all need an NC2A?" I didn't say that. That's what I did say.
You said it first.
I said it first, but that's what Greg Sankey just said.
Yes.
Hey, they got the money.
That's right.
They got the talent. The Alabama and sometimes the Georgias and people like that. And, I was thinking about it. Then, of course, Ohio State and Michigan. I mean, now they got California guys involved, UCLA and USC. Come on. They driving in Washington. They driving the whole landscape, man. So I just think it's interesting that they having those conversations. I think within 5 years, that's going to be the deal. We won't be next year or year after that, but in 5 years, NC2A is in trouble. And with their regulations and all that. But before this controlling, you got to sit out before you go to another team. Now it's open season, so why the hell we need them? We can do this ourselves. There are no rules and regulations anymore as it pertains to that. So there you go.
Which eventually will be another problem.
Yeah, because I can see somebody literally in December playing for one team and January playing for another team. Because of the semesters, anyway.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Anyway, hey, we just got one down the bush. We got so much going on. It's Throwback Thursday. We're going back to 2012, man. What were you doing in 2012? I don't know what was it in 2012. I think
I was right.
I think I was right here too. DL Reese, Pal, A-Town. See you on the side. Let's go.
Every afternoon for The Drive with Tim Donnelly.
September 1st versus TCU. That is UNC football's opening game. How many switches, how many twists in the Bill Belichick story are we going to get in the next 100 some odd days before the opener? Unlimited. It is insane, and UNC has to find a way to cut out the distractions and focus on football.
The Drive with Tim Donnelly, 3 to 6 on 99.9 The Fan.
This is Kmac. You're tuned into the Sports Shop, where we go beyond the game and delve into the heart of what truly matters. It's time to talk about men's mental health. We're a community with a way of life that brings together family, friends, and fans to discuss the thrill of the big game. But life is about more than just sports. We recognize that every day men engage in various activities that form the fabric of their lives. Whether it's in the barbershop, the salon, or the cigar lounge, these are places where conversations flow freely, friendships are forged, and bonds are strengthened. Today, we want to remind all men out there that it's okay to talk about more than just the game. Your mental health matters. We understand that life can throw curveballs, and sometimes pressure can become overwhelming. It's important to remember that seeking help is a sign of strength and not weakness. If you or someone you know is struggling with their mental health, don't hesitate to reach out. There are resources available to provide support, guidance, and understanding. This is the Sports Shop, reminding you that your mental health is just as important as a game-winning touchdown or shot. Take care of yourselves and take care of each other. Your mental health matters. Let's go. Quality healthcare rental services can raise the image of your entire facility. When you use top quality linens and uniforms from Alsco, you can be assured you will receive industry certified, hygienically clean, quality linens with every delivery, saving your facility money in the long run while enhancing your facility's professional reputation. Call 1-800-408-0208 or visit alsco.com. Again, that's ALSCO.com to learn more.
The Law Offices of Gregory and R. Williams, PLLC, is here to serve your legal needs in the areas of personal injury, estate planning, civil litigation, and traffic matters. Whether you were injured through no fault of your own in an auto accident, or if you need to complete or update your will, your power of attorney, living will, or trust, or if you're injured through breach of contract, contact GRW Law, where we protect the injured and counsel the uninsured. You can reach us at 919-282-4696, or you can visit us on the web at grw-law.com.
Are your monthly bills keeping you up at night, wondering how you got so behind? Hey, I'm Roger Moore, CEO of Loan Pronto. I get it. Life is expensive now. Insurance, groceries, cars. And then there's the credit card debt with those obscene interest rates. It's time to regain your financial freedom. And that's what we offer at Loan Pronto, using the power of the equity in your home. We have multiple ways to get you the cash you need, and most clients close in 2 weeks or less, and many don't even require an appraisal. And listen, rates have been plummeting recently. We just locked a homeowner in with an APR in the low fives, saving her over $1,000 per month, and put $10,000 in her pocket. Life-changing money. Whether you're drowning in debt, have a nosebleed rate you got last year, need home improvements, or simply need cash in your pocket, we can help you accomplish this goal in record time. Call us today and get started with no hard credit pull, just a conversation. LoanPronto.com, 919-381-1760. LoanPronto.com. That's LoanPronto.com.
Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781, subject to lender approval, NMLSConsumerAccess.org.
Are you in charge of running the building maintenance plays at your workplace? If you're facing roofing issues, you gotta get RoofWorks into the game. Hi, this is Holly with RoofWorks. You can count on us to be your MVP when it comes to taking care of your commercial building roof. We handle leaky roof repair, coatings, total replacements, upfits, and we even do commercial gutters. Let us show you what a valuable addition we are to your building maintenance team. Contact us today online at roofworks.com. That's roof WERKS.com.
What is dedication? My daughter is biological and my son is adopted. I love them both so much. From the morning when you wake up to putting them to bed at night and every moment in between. I think a parent's job is to protect our children, but also prepare them for the world so they become good, kind human beings. That's dedication. Find out more at fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
When poison happens, Poison Help is here. We're the free 24/7 hotline that answers your poison questions, with expert advice available at no charge. Make the right call in a poison emergency. Call Poison Help. 1-800-222-1222.
I'm attorney Brian Ritchie. Workers' comp can be tricky, but my law firm will be on top of all the complicated paperwork and sneaky deadlines so that all of your I's are dotted and T's are crossed. If you've been hurt on the job, I'm on top of it. Contact us at ritchielaw.com.
Your home for Duke football. WCMC HD2 HD3 Holly Springs, WDNC AM Durham, and WCLY AM Raleigh. The Buzz.
Good morning. I'm meteorologist Elizabeth Gardner in the Weather Center. It is cloudy out there this morning and mild. As we get into the late afternoon and evening, we'll have the potential for some scattered storms. We do have a level 1 risk, which means we could see some wind damage of some of those storms late today and tonight. 83 for today's high, 65 overnight tonight, and tomorrow a better chance for storms. We actually have a small risk for tornadoes tomorrow, a level 2 risk, a high of 81. Those storms likely in the afternoon and evening.
As always, you can visit the Sports Shop website, thesportshopradio.com, to catch up on all things Sports Shop. Help put together by our friends at Creative Allies. Creative Allies believes that everyone deserves great marketing, no matter your budget. The team at Creative Allies can help you with everything digital. That means a logo design or a new website. If you are a small business owner who needs a little help with marketing, you should reach out. Visit creativeallies.com or send an email to marketing@creativeallies.com.
Baby, no, in these eyes, I can't wait to see your grin. Ooh, baby, just let my love adorn you. Please, baby, yeah, you gotta know.
Oh, yeah, it's Throwback Thursday on an unbelievable Thursday. DL Reese in the building. The lovely and talented Pamela Thompson-Smith.
Good morning.
A-Time behind the glass, making it work while the magic happens. It is Throwback Thursday. We're going back to 2012. I don't know what I was doing in 2012. But, you know, I'm pretty sure it was something important. Speaking of important, A-Time. What's on the poll today, babe? What we got going on?
So the poll question can be found on X, formerly known as Twitter, through Buzz Sports Radio, the Sports Shop 1. And the poll question, will the Pacers close out the Knicks tonight, yes or no? And 100% of people are saying yes.
Well, how you feel about that, eh?
How do I feel about...
Did you answer the poll question?
I did not answer the poll question.
He not going to answer.
I don't think so, but... if it happens, it happens. It is what it is. It's life, right?
Yeah, exactly. There you go. I thought OKC would win last night. I'm thinking the Knicks is gonna do one more for the home team. I think they're gonna win tonight. They're gonna be in the Mecca. Anything can happen, but I think Indiana's gonna win when they go back to Indianapolis. But tonight, I think we're gonna get some more basketball.
Yes.
In the Eastern Conference final. So there you go. That's what I think. Oh, man, we always rock and roll with this young lady because she always brings us noise. Sometimes she's about 20 miles from here. Sometimes she's about 2,000 miles from here. It's time to dish it up with Dr. Strowman. Let's rock.
From the basketball court at the University of Virginia to the classroom at UNC Chapel Hill, Dr. Deborah Strowman has it all covered. Now this professor and sports business entrepreneur is about to take you to school. It's time for Dishing It Up with Dr. Strowman and the Sports Shop on Buzz Sports Radio.
Good morning, D. Stroll.
Good morning, friend.
How you
Good
doing?
morning. How are you?
We are
good.
great.
How you doing?
I'm good. It's good to be in the state.
I was going to say, where you at?
Oh, no, you're 20 miles away today. Okay, I got you.
Yes, not too far, not too far. But what is going on with this weather? It's a little chilly. It's rainy. You know what? I left, and then to come back home, I said, I know it's going to be 85, North Carolina. What'd y'all do? What did y'all do?
We didn't do nothing. It just happened.
We was waiting on you. It's getting ready to get back up to 80 this weekend. We was waiting on you.
That's right. It's going to be 80 today, later on today. So just hang tough. We're going to be all right.
Okay. Excellent. Well, definitely the sports airwaves and printed media, everybody's talking about the NBA and having these small cities dominate the finals. I think the NBA marketing staff is going to have to work overtime to develop some storylines, create more of a profile for these folks, for people to be engaged. I know as one who loves the game, plays the game, coached the game, I turned that game off last night. I just didn't want to stay with it.
Wow.
So,
wow.
You know,
That's
many times with the NBA finals, you can draw in people who are, casual fans because it's so compelling with the superstars.
There you go.
But how can we do that with OKC and probably Indiana? That's going to be a challenge.
Yeah, no, and you're so right about that because even with the Knicks, I mean, they're New York, and that's why you're drawn to that, and just because of the history of that franchise being one of the early ones there. But when you're talking about Indiana, which has been on the landscape for a minute, but not as much as at this level, assuming they're going to win tonight or next game. But then OKC, they're way out there,
right?
And to your point though, I mean, they got the MVP, but then he the MVP, and that's about it because we don't know that much. I mean, there's no energy behind the OKC, even though they're a great team. They play very well. They're very, very young, and maybe they're about 2 or 3 years away from everybody saying, "Oh yeah, Chet Holmgren, yeah, he's special," or J Dub, he's special. SGA is special, but right now they just win. They okay.
Exactly. But I thought I would shift gears and go to a sport that I never played organized, but I certainly enjoy it. And I think you two have a little love fest with this sport. And let's talk the French Open in tennis. Yeah, because it actually is taking place May 19th to June 8th. And I just thought we'd turn it into a quiz. We haven't had a quiz in class in quite some time.
Oh, wow.
See, here we go.
I defer.
Hey, wait,
I defer already.
Summer school's already started. Let's go.
Yes, it is summer school.
That's right.
Summer school. So we know the French Open exists. It is a tennis tournament organized by the French Tennis Federation each year.
Yep.
But what is the other name for the French Open? What do we call the French Open?
Oh, okay. Now you're being real tricky.
No, it's not a trick question. I just want you to think off the top of your head. When people say French Open, they also say what? Do you need a hint?
France.
The
France.
Yeah, it's like France tennis. Tennis.
That's a good one. I don't know. Wait, I'm curious.
You do know. Where is it located? Where is
Paris.
it played?
The Paris Open or something like that, right?
No, it's in Paris. But what is it?
France.
What's the name of the stadium?
Oh.
All right, let's move on.
Our tennis expert to my right. What's the name of the stadium?
Yeah, know what? And guess what? I'm not even trying to flex, but guess what? I've seen the stadium before.
Because you were there.
What?
Yeah.
You were physically
there. In 1991, I was there. I'm trying to
Wow. Roland Garros.
You sure?
am I sure?
Oh, I didn't tell you. She is. She said she is the professor. You do not question the professor. We are not even going to get extra points because of that. You never question the professor.
Well, I'm sorry.
Thank you, Pam.
But okay, you're probably right. But you know what? That doesn't jump
He
out.
still said probably.
Okay, all right, fine. Okay, we missed that one. What's
Rolling
next?
Garros. That's where it's played.
Okay.
Now it is the second of the 4 Grand Slam tennis events
this is
each
easy
year.
one. This is
Now
easy one.
name the other 3 Grand Slams.
Pam, you don't know that?
You name them.
I know.
Because this is your game.
Oh, yeah, the next one is going to be in England, the Wimbledon.
Yes.
Wimbledon.
But actually, the first one
I know
has already happened.
What? That's right. And what is it?
The Australian Open, yeah, that's already happened.
Australian.
And then the final one,
Australian?
Australian Open, and the final one, which I've been there too,
See, this is your quiz because I don't know.
the U.S. Open. I've been
What year were you there?
A couple years. I was there in the mid '80s. Yeah, a couple years.
He flexing.
Yeah.
All right. Very good. Very good. It is the Australian. Then it is Roland Garros or French Open. Then Wimbledon and U.S. Open. All right. Now the French Open is the premier clay court championship in the world.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Are any of the other tournaments played on clay?
That's a great question. The answer is I know the Wimbledon is grass. U.S. Open is definitely not. That's a regular court. In Australia, no. Answer is no.
That's right. The answer is no.
Right.
Okay.
Now, Pam, now.
I'm giving this one to you.
Stop cheating off my page.
I know.
My page.
I can't see all the way over there. I'm trying. I'm reading your
Until
lips.
1975, the French Open was the only major tournament not played on grass.
Right.
Okay, so for the men, it's 7 rounds. Well, both. 7 rounds are needed for the championship. Now, the clay surface, it's very, very unique. You got a slower pace and a higher bounce. The men's singles matches best of 5. And the French Open, you might not know this, is widely regarded as the most physically demanding tournament in tennis. Now, tennis courts come in 4 main surface types. Errol, you started. So what are the 4 main surface types for tennis courts?
Clay, grass.
Clay, grass.
And I call it hard court. That's what I call it.
That's right, hard, which is including acrylic and asphalt.
Yeah.
What else?
Ooh, this is a good one, Dr. Strober.
Go ahead, sir.
I'm missing one. It's very similar to clay, and I'm looking right at it. I don't know. I
Clay
can't.
hard.
Clay hard, and then grass. There's one other one. Anyway,
it's called artificial grass.
I was gonna say artificial turf, but because they
Well, that would be similar. Artificial turf, artificial grass.
Okay, great. All right.
Good job.
Yeah,
Good job.
Thank you. Wait, by the way,
That's still cheating.
by the way, I'm not sure they have any more, but they just had a really nice clay court championships in Indianapolis. It should be a big deal every year. And I hadn't seen it in a while, but it's probably on the tennis network.
Did you make it there too?
I went there, but we had our fraternity convention there, so we played over there.
Nice.
That's where I won the first.
You're just a tennis
I won the
pro.
first round. I beat a guy with the Indiana. Then I lost to a guy that was 75 years old. He beat my ass, which is still I can't get over that. I was 20 something. But anyway, go ahead.
You almost got beat last year. But.
Gosh, this is too funny. Okay, so the French Open is actually 135 years old. It was founded in 1891. 1891. Now, in terms of all of us going to France to participate, and we're in our hotel room and we're trying to figure out what to wear.
Ooh.
Evening casual wear is recommended. Are you allowed to wear jeans in Roland Garros?
That's
yes
a great.
Or no?
Wear jeans inside the arena?
Yes, as a fans, we're going in.
That's a great question. I have no idea.
What did you wear?
I wore shorts, I think.
Okay, you don't see anybody in jeans, though. Now I think about it.
I thought you was
Shorts
going with
and
the
tennis
attire of
outfits.
the. Well, I think maybe that's another question you got coming on in Wimbledon. But anyway, I don't know the answer to that question. No, I don't know.
Well, evening casual wear is recommended. You can wear jeans, but you must refrain from wearing flip-flops, raggedy jeans, running vests, dirty trainers, as in dirty sneakers, or sports shorts.
How you determine what's raggedy? Because now these days,
Yeah, I got them on there.
Some of these jeans are
the
custom,
cutouts.
the cutouts and stuff
yeah.
like that.
You
Yeah.
can't wear those.
Well, I would hate to be tagged and told go back home. So
I know that's right. So she should put those on.
Exactly. All right. So where do the players stay? Do you think if the players have the choice, just like most, unless you're on a team, of course, you can stay in your RV, you can stay at a hotel, you can stay at a friend's house. Where do tennis players stay during French Open? Do you think you have your choice to do whatever, or is there designated lodging?
Ooh, I'm thinking. See, the question is almost designated lodging the way you ask your question.
Yeah, because I would think they would place them in a particular.
No, I'm saying you stay wherever you want to stay. That's what I'm saying. So it's your choice. It's not Pam.
I think designated lodging.
Pam is correct. Throughout the competition, participants in the French Open tennis tournament must stay in one of two hotels reserved by the French Tennis Organization, the Pullman Tour Eiffel or the Novotel Paris Centura Tour Eiffel. Talking about getting paid, these hotels, to have that exclusive
You ain't
contract.
lying. That's interesting.
Yeah.
See, I had no idea. This is real educational. Yeah, okay. All right.
Yeah. It shows how much regulation, how much structure there is in these in professional sports.
Exactly.
Okay, so let's talk about the players. Last year, I don't imagine, this might be a bonus question for 100 points. Can y'all recall who won the men's singles championship last year?
Was it Djokovic?
Nope.
He got hurt. Well, no, they weren't complaining about him not being not having a COVID test.
He was 21 years old. I remember watching. I was like, who is this guy? The youngest male player to win a major title on three different surfaces.
Is he Spanish?
Yeah.
You talked about it.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. But he messed around, but he couldn't follow it up in the Wimbledon. I can't remember his name, but I'm looking right at him. Yeah, I know you're talking about. Yeah.
Carlos Alcaraz.
Yep.
Carlos Alcaraz.
Yep. That's him. Yep.
And Iga Swiatek, I'm sorry for butchering their names. She was the women's champion. It was her fifth major title and her fourth at the French Open. So let's talk about the brothers and sisters that are fan favorites from the United States. Who would that be for the women? Who's the sister?
It's Coco.
Yes, Coco Gauff.
Yeah, younger.
Stevenson.
Well, let's stick with Coco first.
Okay,
She was a part of the winning WUP doubles team last year, and it was her second major title.
Right.
So, what was the Grand Slam title that Coco Gauff won?
It was
one Grand Slam.
That was the women's doubles, right? Or did she win the French Open? Wait a minute. Oh, which one of all four? That's a good question.
I don't know.
Australia.
Which title did Coco win that just lit up the entire nation?
Can't be a multiple choice.
You ain't lying.
Coco won the 2023 U.S. Open.
U.S. Open. Wow.
Remember that? How exciting it was?
Is it
wait a
23?
minute. She won the U.S. Open?
Yes.
Okay, I guess I knew that. Yeah, okay.
Remember Serena? Everybody was so happy.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
And by the way, Professor, I got a bonus question I want to ask you after we get off.
You are going to stop challenging the professor.
No. I just want to get her opinion about something I've been on for a while, and it's related to tennis. But go ahead.
All right. So, any idea how tall Coco is?
I would say
21 years old.
I would say Coco is 5'6.5".
I was gonna say 5'7", 5'5".
She's 5'9". She's 5'9". She seems like she's taller.
Wow. Okay.
Now, working in Coco's favor is her comfort level on clay. So, in 2018, at a tender age, she became the youngest player to win French Open girls title in a quarter century. She was 14 years old.
Wow.
Girls title in 2018. Okay,
amazing.
for the men, I just want to reference Tommy Paul because he was raised in Greenville, North Carolina. He's ranked I think he's number somewhere between 10 and 14. I think he's number 12 for this tournament. So it would be nice if a Carolina guy got to the final.
Oh, that'd be nice.
And of course, Francis Tiafoe. He's a USA fan favorite.
Oh, I love him.
He's one of the best players in the world. He's 27 years old.
Out of PG
He's from
County.
Hyattsville, Maryland.
PG County.
PG County.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He made it to the third round in 2023. That was his best singles showing at the French Open.
This is good.
So that
This
is the
really
end of
good.
the quiz. I think, Pam, you get a B minus, and
Errol gets an A
Errol,
plus.
Errol gets an A minus.
Thank you.
Oh,
Of
because
course.
he challenged the professor.
But no,
Yes,
but of
because
course.
he challenged me.
Okay. but I do have a question, and I want your honest opinion. I think I know where you're going to go with this one. I've been on the record by saying, when you look at the success of Serena Williams and all the women who's done well on that side, and compare them to what the men have done with all the Grand Slams, things of that nature, I argue that it's when you want to just pick the best tennis player, if you combine those two entities, it has to come from the men's side, because their road to a championship is a lot more difficult, in my opinion, than the road to a championship or a Grand Slam for a female. Your thoughts?
Number one, it's not our fault. It's basically based on sexism that we play 3 sets, 5 sets versus 7
Great
sets with the
answer.
men.
Okay.
Right? So that's not, so they're already lessening. It's just the same reason why in track and field, remember at one point women weren't allowed to run long distance
Right.
because they thought it might hurt, disrupt our reproductive organs
Right.
and all of that.
Right.
So it's not our fault that this is the way you set it up. Now you're going to penalize us for not having to do the more rigors. Many women athletes would love to play more sets, more games, more matches.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I can't even compare the two.
Okay.
I can't compare the two. It's almost like saying, well, the aces with the WNBA, going back to back. Is that less impressive than when the San Antonio Spurs went back to back?
Okay.
2 different games.
No. Okay.
2 different games.
All right.
Yeah.
So we're gonna differ on that, because here's my point, and I'll leave you with this. Serena's so dominating, and it's some guys she can beat, but if she wanted to win 3 sets versus 5, it's kind of easy to be dominant in a short.
But she could if she was given the opportunity. She could win 5 out of 7. She could win 11 out of 13. She's never given the chance. That's my point. So we'll never know.
That's true. Anyway, I think it's a good argument.
Stand down against your professor.
Yeah, the other side is people say that Gino Auriemma is not a great coach because the Big East women's basketball is not as strong as the ACC or SEC or Big Ten, right? Is that fair? But if Gino's teams were in the ACC, SEC, I would venture to say they'd still win.
Oh, you're right. And by the way, I knew exactly which way you want to go with this question. I just want to put it out there. I just want to say that. D-Store, we got to roll. We appreciate you.
Thank you so much,
Welcome back to the
friend.
United States, baby. We appreciate it as always.
Absolutely. And one for the fans to think of, a sports shop.
Yeah.
If you play tennis, are you more of a serve and volley or a baseline? Which is more impressive?
Oh, that's a great question. But see, it's
Yeah.
several things in my game.
Oh my God!
I hit with a lot of top spin, but when I want to get the game over, I'm a straight serve and volley, baby. I put that serve out there, you hit it up, boom. I get rid of it. Because sometimes, as you get older, you want to be on the baseline. But when I was young, I was serving volley big time. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
All right.
excellent. Well, enjoy the weekend. Enjoy all the great sports, and pay attention to the French Open.
Thank you so much.
you.
That was a lot
That
of
was
fun.
good.
Yeah. Anytime, what we got?
Baby.
Hey there, Sports Shop listeners. It's time to step up our game for the Durham Public Schools Foundation. We're shining the spotlight on this incredible nonprofit dedicated to ensuring every student in DPS thrives thanks to the power of our united community. You can make a big play by donating or volunteering. Your support is a game changer our students need, helping to provide the resources and opportunities they deserve. Take action today by visiting bullcityschools.org. Whether you're giving a little or giving a lot, sign up to volunteer or spreading the word, you're making a difference. Together we can achieve amazing things for our students. Durham Public Schools Foundation and Sports Shop listeners, let's team up for our kids.
And by the way, Reverend Pastor Paul Anderson.
Yes.
Yeah, him and I used to play together a lot. He can play too.
He can play really well.
Yeah, he can play. Yeah. Hey, when we get back on the other side, let me tell you somebody who did play well and somebody who didn't play well. We talking about the Western Conference Finals last night. Man, it was ugly. When D. Strode turns it off and she can't watch it, that tells you how competitive rewards or non-competitive rewards. We're going to talk about the association next on the Sports Shop. Let's go.
Will it be a fade, a trim, a chop, or clean? Time for straight talk that cuts to the issues of importance in the community in the Sports Shop Barber Chair.
Listen every afternoon for The Drive with Tim Donnelly.
September 1st versus TCU. That is UNC football's opening game. How many switches, how many twists in the Bill Belichick story are we going to get in the next 100-some-odd days before the opener? Unlimited. It is insane, and UNC has to find a way to cut out the distractions and focus on football.
The Drive with Tim Donnelly, 3 to 6 on 99.9 The Fan.
If you are interested in your student and student athlete receiving a scholarship to college, Prime Time Scouting is the company for you. This is Coach Ellis of Prime Time Scouting. We don't sell anything, we offer service. We are looking for those who are looking for us. Guaranteed scholarships with a money-back guarantee. Internships. Relationships with all the divisions, 3, 2, 1, NAIA, HBCUs, and so forth, and also prep schools. Vetting the schools and coaches. Academic aid. Discounts on services like training, tutoring, and film. Help with the transfer portal, and also it's a lifetime commitment. The Sports Shop, Reese and Kmac, plus Primetime Scouting 55. That is your promo code that lets us know they found you for us. We offer service. We don't sell anything. Let us help you.
Check out Coach Ellis and Primetime Scouting at primetimescouting.com.
We all want more for North Carolina. More boundless views, more adventures in the outdoors, and more clean roads to get there. But to get more, we have to do less. Less littering, that is. Make it your nature to trash your trash and keep NC clean. And we'll all have more reasons to love North Carolina. Litter less, get more. For more on the 7 outdoor NC Leave No Trace principles, visit OutdoorNC.com. Sponsored by the North Carolina Association of Broadcasters and Visit North Carolina, a part of the Economic Development Partnership of North Carolina in cooperation with this station.
Hi, I'm Earl Reese with the S, here to discuss a topic that literally is near and dear to my heart. About 5 years ago, I underwent heart bypass surgery to remove blockages and improve my overall cardiovascular health. My experience highlights the importance of heart health, and I wanted to list my top 10 steps we can all take to protect our hearts. Number 1, stay active. Number 2, eat a balanced diet. Number 3, quit smoking. Number 4, manage stress. Number 5, monitor your health. Number 6, maintain a healthy weight. Number 7, limit your alcohol intake. Number 8, get enough sleep. Number 9, stay hydrated. Number 10, know the signs: chest pains, shortness of breath, and dizziness, and seek medical attention if you experience any of these symptoms. My personal story is a reminder of the importance of heart health. By taking proactive steps, we can all work towards a healthier heart and a longer, more fulfilling life. Let's go.
This is what breaking news on WREL sounds like.
A teenager accused of murder in custody tonight.
From the moments that matter.
Let's take a look at those live pictures right now from Sky 5.
When seconds count.
Authorities say they are very concerned for the safety of the public.
When your safety is the priority.
Breaking news right now, a large fire in eastern Wake County. Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us.
Watch WREL News. Breaking news coverage you can count on.
It's Jasmine from The Sports Shop. The Sports Shop is presented in part by Alsco Linen and Uniform Rental Services. Everyone loves the Alsco Injury Report featuring the Alsco First Aid Kit. So stop what you're doing right now and call 919-828-7491 to get your free personal first aid kit. That's right, you can get your own personal first aid kit for free. Call Alsco today at 919-828-7491. Stop what you're doing right now and call 919-828-7491.
Hello, I'm Brian Lane, owner of Sticks and Vines, a wine bar and cigar shop in the South Point area of Durham, North Carolina. Are you looking for a little soul in your wine bar? Do you want to get some local personal service from your cigar shop? Sticks and Vines has you covered. Sticks and Vines is an inviting, diverse, and soulful atmosphere that caters to both experienced and newbies to the wine and cigar communities. Bringing others together is our mission in more ways than one.
Sticks and Vines in the Renaissance Center at South Point in Durham, 6905 Fayetteville Road.
Victor deployed for the first time to Afghanistan in 2003. He sustained a moderate traumatic brain injury. One of the most important elements of caregiving is taking care of yourself.
For many military veteran caregivers, their caregiving journey starts earlier in life and lasts longer. Visit aarp.org/caregiving for a free military veterans guide to navigate your caregiving journey and better care for your loved one and yourself. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
The best of the Sports Shop on Buzz Sports Radio.
I saw the life inside. So shine bright tonight. You and I were beautiful like diamonds in the sky. I too am so alive. We're beautiful like diamonds in the sky. Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. Shining bright like a diamond. Beautiful like diamonds in the sky. Shine bright.
What's going on, people?
Shine bright like
Welcome
a
back.
diamond. Shining bright like a diamond. Beautiful like
People not shining last night.
diamonds.
Or maybe it was some people shining.
Maybe
Maybe that's what it was about. Welcome back. Welcome back to the Sports Shop. Sports Shop, Reese, Kmac. Rocking out this morning. We got the Reese.
Good morning, people. What's going on?
We Kmac 1 and we're the Sports Shop 1 because we're never number 2.
Never, ever, ever.
We got the firm, Pam Thompson Smith. What's up, Pamela?
Good morning.
Troublemaker?
Yes.
You find anything you can and be close as you can to Georgia, don't you?
What I got on?
You know that man. You know that man went to Georgia. University of Georgia.
Good choice.
Yeah.
Today I'm staying close to home. That's why I got on
You got the
Firebirds
Got it.
tonight.
Got it. Well, you tell the coach, the owner, and the GM, they don't give me my damn shirt. We're gonna have some problems. We're gonna have some issues. I didn't get a playoff shirt.
This is last year, yeah. You didn't make enough games. You didn't play in enough games to get it. But what we're talking about real quickly is the road to the Lily. No, you ain't even on the home team. The road to the Lily, the TBL playoffs start tonight with the Raleigh Firebirds. So join us 7 o'clock, St. Aug.
I might try to go over at 7 o'clock. I might
St. Aug tonight? Tonight, 7 o'clock?
Tonight, 7 o'clock.
I may come over and check it out.
Yeah, man. I feel I know how these young boys feel now. I'm going to go and get in the portal.
This dude.
I'm going to go and get in the portal. It's just not working out.
It's closed.
It's closed. It's closed, Phil.
Portal's closed, man.
You're going to have to wait out a year. You know how some people have to sit out a year?
That's wrong.
You're going to sit out another year.
You know what? Y'all wrong with that. Man, the portal closed, dog. You can't. I wouldn't even go over there if I was you. It's closed.
Yeah.
A-Town. How you doing, man? It's Throwback Thursday.
Doing well, feeling good.
Yeah? You're looking a little nervous. I was back there looking at you earlier. You kind of fidgety.
Not really, but okay.
Yeah, you looked a little shaky. How we doing on the poll question?
So the poll question can be found on X, formerly known as Twitter, through Buzz Sports Radio, the Sports Shop 1. And the poll question, will the Pacers close out the Knicks tonight, yes or no? And 75% of people say yes.
Okay. All right. I'll go for that. All right. I'm assuming we all saw some portions of last night. What happened? What I mean,
is it worse? Can it be called a collapse? Maybe not. Can it be? It's so many words you could use for last night.
I mean, what happened? Julius Randle, wasn't he on your team? A-Town?
Yep.
Yeah, y'all got rid of him. Yeah,
we traded him.
Traded him. Yeah. Didn't want him.
I think you got to give credit, to OKC.
By 50?
Defense. I mean, like,
by 50
there was a point where Randall
they put 50 on them people.
Ant-Man just looked so frustrated. They couldn't do nothing. They couldn't, they couldn't do anything.
Yeah, Ant-Man got to get a bad attitude. I ain't feeling Ant-Man no more.
Whoa.
What you mean, whoa?
So
bad attitude.
He acts immature, too.
Yeah.
Wait. Well, he just started drinking.
Oh, that changed our whole y'all.
I mean, he just started drinking.
That's so true.
He was like 21, 22 years old. I mean, look, I tell you what. It was some people in the Final Four last year 3 years older than he was. Or is. So, he could still be playing in, at Auburn or Alabama, some of these schools,
he's 23 years old.
Yeah, he still could be playing, in the Final Four, beating up on Duke. Imagine if he was still playing in college, though. Whew. Well,
he would actually do better than he's doing right now.
Well, yeah, because the level of talent.
Exactly.
But last night was all OKC.
Mm-hmm.
It was all OKC. It was nothing. We found out 3 games ago there was nothing Minnesota could do. Nothing. There was nothing Minnesota could do 3 games. We found that out. Now, is it because Julius Randle? Because when they just took Julius Randle's game and put it in their pocket and said, "Call me when you want it back." Like they just took it from him. They said, "We're gonna take your game and then we're gonna triple team Ant-Man, and the rest of you scared." You got Naz Reid out there dribbling the ball off his shoelaces.
Yeah, they are
stumbling and falling.
Yeah, It's bad.
And then what's the
it was unwatchable. I didn't want to watch it.
What's the other guy? McDaniel.
McDaniels.
Mm-hmm. I don't know anybody that's consistent to fall off in the fourth quarter. I don't know anybody. He is so consistent. It's like, wow. He starts out hot, but then he disappears. He's gone. Toast. Poof.
Yeah, he didn't really do much last night at all. I think he only had 5 points.
That's all he had last night.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he has no, and I get, you're upset with that man, but he has no others. He has no others. When you got no others playing with you, it just makes your life just, what do you do?
So let's back up a second.
Mm-hmm. Who they beat to get there?
Yeah. Remind me who they beat.
Was it Golden State?
And the Lakers.
And the Lakers, your team. I mean,
yeah.
What does that say?
Look at the process.
What does that say?
Look at the process.
What does that say?
Yeah, go process that.
Oh, they had an easy way, man. I'm just saying.
and that's why I say Golden State would have won the series if Steph would have been healthy.
Yep. That's right.
That's a great point.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. I agree with that.
Trust me.
Trust.
You act like they weren't there last year. They beat the Suns and the Nuggets last year.
That's different. I don't care what you say, bro.
But they didn't have Julius Randle last year. They had Karl Anthony Towns last year.
Yeah.
And you got him, and the same thing gonna happen to you this year.
Right.
But Julius Randle, we're acting like he played bad this series, but he had like 2 or 3 bad games in the entire playoffs.
He had two good games in the entire playoffs, and now we want to crown him.
What? He killed the Lakers and he killed Golden State.
Play good with the
Lakers.
Yeah. It's the Lakers.
And Golden State
without Steph.
But Draymond was guarding him.
By himself. But
the most important player was guarding him.
We've already said it yesterday. Not my thoughts. I heard somebody say that.
Look at me. I'm just agreeing.
Right.
But it's you have to admit, it is clear when there are no others that play with you, it doesn't matter how good you are. When you lose Steph,
mm-hmm.
and he runs the team, and now you left with just the others, you see what happened to Golden State.
Yeah, I'm just curious, because if this team has beaten 2 other teams,
who the hell did they beat?
Right, prior to getting and how they played. I mean, OKC is a good team, but damn, just the flow of the game. Ant-Man back there patting the ball. Now, he shot a lot.
Who else was going to shoot?
Well, that's the other thing. That's the other point.
That's true.
You feel me? I felt bad for him. I said, well, man, because we gave him a hard time for shooting so far out. He had the longest distance shots in the league, right? Average distance in the league.
Mm-hmm.
So we gave him a hard time for that. So then he started driving to the basket, and then he getting triple team every play. So last night he comes out. He didn't shoot long shots. He drove to the basket. They triple teamed him. He kicked it out. First quarter, second quarter. Not one of them could make shots.
That's true. I did see it. Matt Daniels.
At some point, do you just slap the hell out your teammate and say, "Look,
be that dude."
Like one of them?
Yeah, because as much as he kicked it out, he only had 2 assists. They didn't make it. They didn't make it.
Huh?
As much as he kicked it back, he only had 2 assists.
That's just not fair. That's just not fair.
They were just very inefficient.
Oh my God!
It
was horrible.
Then you had to think, well, how did they get here and how they play and who they play? That's what I was thinking.
They were knocking those shots down. It was easy.
They played the best defense in the league.
But last night they were open.
If you're wide open,
that's what's killing me. They were open last night.
If you're wide open, you miss several shots. That's their defense.
No, I'm
I
telling
mean,
you,
that
it's
happens
not.
sometimes. Though it's basketball. You miss
Happened,
shots.
well, apparently it happened 4 times.
Happened what? No. It didn't happen 4 times.
Maybe 10 times.
It happened 4 times.
Happened last night and maybe one other night. I would say it happened twice.
Okay, so the rest of the night they were knocking the shots down. Yeah.
Decently.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
They were all open.
I just want to know who they played. That's all.
They were all open. And then even his cousin.
Just waiting for the night. He said, this dude, he said, I just want to know who they going to play.
Well, what you mean you want to know? You already know.
No, you don't. I think the Knicks win tonight anyway, though.
That don't mean nothing. That don't mean that they're
There's
going to
just
be.
one more win.
That's all that's going to mean. That just means we get one more check. That's all it means. They're not going anywhere.
Okay.
They're going to be at home.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, you just got to win one game. You got to win another one game.
Right.
That's what Minnesota's though.
I know, but you got to start with one, though.
They lost.
True.
They got beat so bad last night. They lost 2
Knight
games.
said, huh?
They got beat so bad last night. They lost 2 games.
Start
Start
back at 1, baby.
They should start the season out 0-1. Like for real, they should start the season 0-1. Minnesota got their ass beat so bad they should start the season 0-1.
Great.
I mean, did y'all play a game yet? Well, this is like from last year, so we gotta start with one down. Speaking of having one down, A-Town, what do you have for me back there, my man?
The Hilton Raleigh North Hills Hotel and Convention Complex, located on Wake Forest Road, has an abundance of guest rooms and meeting space. This hotel continues to be a top destination for meetings, conferences, and events. Enjoy live music Wednesday evenings from 7 to 10 p.m. Email yolanda.diaz@hilton.com or call 919-872-2323 and let them know the Sports Shop sent you.
Some people say that the Knicks are struggling because of Jalen Brunson.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I agree or disagree. We'll find out next on Sports Shop. Let's go.
You're listening to The Sports Shop with Reese and Kmac, presented by Alsco Linen and Uniform Rental Services. Alsco, the worldwide leader in linen and uniform rental services for restaurants, healthcare, the automotive industry, and industrial facilities. Listen every afternoon for The Drive with Tim Donnelly.
September 1st versus TCU. That is UNC football's opening game. How many switches, how many twists in the Bill Belichick story are we going to get in the next 100-some-odd days before the opener? Unlimited. It is insane, and UNC has to find a way to cut out the distractions and focus on football.
The Drive with Tim Donnelly, 3 to 6 on 99.9 The Fan.
Is your business looking to reach a wider audience? Look no further than the Sports Shop Radio Show. Our show is the fastest growing and most active sports talk show on the air today. And advertising with the Sports Shop has the potential to greatly benefit your business. Not only is our show fun, we also cover a wide range of sports topics and have amazing connections with mega sports stars. Plus, we feature cultural references and influences with sound effects and great music from the last 50 years. The Sports Shop Radio Show is designed for anyone who loves sports, and as a business, you can take advantage of this by placing ads on our show to reach a large number of potential customers. Remember, in radio advertising, good ratings and listeners do count. The hosts, Reese and Kmac, along with a wide array of regular and special guests, engage in real talk about real sports for real fans. Reach out today to place your ad with the Sports Shop and take your business to new heights. Email us at info@thesportsshopradio.com or call 919-890-6200.
To all cigar smokers and fans of cigars, this is Steve from the Cigar Box and Carry. The Cigar Box, with a full bar, large lounge, and a selection of the top brands of cigars at prices that can't be matched. As many of you know, the number of places to purchase or smoke cigars has recently decreased, and many of the remaining locations don't have the selection of sticks that the Cigar Box has. You need another reason to visit the box? Well, here it is. The Cigar Box will be having its grand opening on October 9th, and the special guest will be, in person, none other than Rocky Patel himself. Rocky Patel, founder and head of Rocky Patel Cigars, will be at the Cigar Box in Cary for the long-awaited grand opening. This will be the event that must not be missed, as there will be raffles, giveaways, and deals on cigars no one can match. As the event gets closer, there will be more info on the details of the event of the year. The Cigar Box, the Triangle's #1 cigar shop and lounge, located at NC Highway 55 in Cary, at the corner of High House and NC 55.
Pam Thompson-Smith, and we are with Dr. Stroman. So tell us, Dr. Sherman, what are you up to in the new year?
I'm excited. I'm fired up about Race Realities Costa, as in I am encouraging men of colors to go to Costa Rica for a leadership immersion like no other. Well, it starts with thinking about your purpose and where you're going, where you've been, but also being in a space where men are learning and sharing with one another. Everything from faith to family to business to relationship to money, all of those things. I think going to Costa Rica, the magical place of healing, because we are going to have some fun now, but I just have amazing facilitators, licensed therapists, leaders in their professions, and we're going to guide and we're going to coach. I'm encouraging everyone to go to racerealities.com to check us out. We've got 2 retreats this year in May and in October. Yes, let's do it. Lead, liberate, and love.
Hey, wouldn't it be great if life came with a remote control? You know, you could hit pause when you needed to, or hit rewind. Like that time you knocked down that wasp's nest. Uh-oh. Or that time you forgot to roll up your windows in the car wash.
Fantastic.
Yeah, a remote control would have come in handy then. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes like managing your weight, getting active, stopping smoking, and eating healthier, you can stop prediabetes before it leads to type 2 diabetes. It's easy to learn your risk. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Life doesn't come with a remote control. Yikes! So you're on your own with the wasps. You have the power to take control of prediabetes. Visit doihaveprediabetes.org today. That's doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
Kids across America are going to school hungry every day. With help from caring people across America, No Kid Hungry is providing healthy meals and hope to hungry kids so they can build better futures. Learn more at helpnokidhungry.org.
This hour of Buzz Sports Radio is powered by Ritchie Law Firm, injury lawyers. Ritchie Law is on top of it. Go to ritchielaw.com.
That's ritchielaw.com.
They score! You're listening to The Sports Shop with Reese and Kmac, presented by Alsco Linen and Uniform Rental Services. Alsco, the worldwide leader in linen and uniform rental services for restaurants, healthcare, the automotive industry, and industrial facilities.
So what, we get drunk. So what, we don't sleep. We're just having fun. We don't care who sees. So what, we go out.
One of my favorite songs.
That's how it's supposed to be. Living young and wild. Keep that and free.
Come on, Luke.
So what? I keep them rolled up, sagging my pants, not caring what I show. Keep it real if you don't know me, keep it playing with my bros. It look clean, don't watch it the other day. Watch how you lean on it, keep me some 501 jeans on and roll up bigger than King Kong's fingers and burn them things down to they stingers. You a class clown, and if I skip for the day, I'm with your chick smoking gray.
You know what? It's like I'm 17 again, peach fuzz on my face. Looking on the case, trying to find a hella taste. Oh my God, I'm on the chase. Chevy, it's getting kind of heavy. Irrelevant, selling it, dipping away. Time keeps slipping away. Zipping the safe, flipping for pay. Tipping like I'm dripping in paint.
Welcome back. Come on, Snoop.
Put them in the J. Hey, so up, we don't sleep.
We don't sleep.
We're just having fun.
Just having fun.
We don't care who sees.
We don't care who sees, pal.
So
no.
We go out.
We go out.
We go out.
That's where it's supposed to be. Living young and wild.
I mean, we're not living young no more, but we wild
living
and
wild out though.
And I don't even care. Long as me and my team in there, it's gonna be some green in the air. Tell them, Mac.
Blowing everywhere we go.
Tell him, Mac.
That's good. That's how it should be done.
Tell us to calm down.
No, I want you to live.
And free.
Turn my sound up and
If the sun come out, some of us will.
Man,
it's been raining so cold, man. What in the world, man? Oh, wow.
In
the chair, I'm good.
HD3, it's me.
Oh, that's nice. Thank you, A-Town. Appreciate that, man. 2012.
Uh-oh.
We don't sleep.
Don't sleep a bit.
No.
Just having fun.
Just having fun. Don't care who sees.
So what, we go out. That's how it's supposed to be.
They go out.
Living young and wild and free.
Welcome back to the Sports Shop. The Sports Shop, Reese Kmac, do what we do each and every day. Today's Throwback Thursday.
Oh, that's nice.
Having ourselves a good time as always, rocking out. We got Young, Wild, and Free himself.
Reese. What's up, people? That's the way it's supposed to be.
Tell him, Mac.
Tell him, Mac.
Oh, my.
Wow.
Hey, look. I can tell you how it ended up for you. I can tell you where you end up.
I know that's right.
Wow.
You may end up taking a walk.
The long walk. Green Mile.
You end up taking a walk.
Taking the Green Mile.
We got the Fern Pam Thompson Smith. What's up, Pamela?
Good morning.
Hey, where's my shirt?
I don't know. This is old. This is last year.
Oh, my ass. Y'all ain't been. Look, you know what? That's it. I'm getting in the portal. Reese said it's closed.
It's closed now.
Reese said you can't get those.
You gotta wait a whole year.
Reese said you can't get it no portal.
Portal closed. Not gonna go.
Hey, y'all in there because these people ain't treating me right. I need some help.
Wow.
We got A-Town behind the glass. What up, A?
Doing well, feeling good.
What would it take for you not to be a Knicks fan?
What's his name? Donald Sterling or something?
Oh, yeah. Somebody, that's a good point. Well, wait, no, I guess.
A-Town said you got to
But then I just wait for them to leave.
A-Town, you got to shut the team down.
That's a good point.
He said, I'm going to take a brief hiatus.
Well, I mean, you should have hit him right back. He was, who's the owner of the Redskins forever? Kmac, what's his name?
Yeah, you know what?
Dan Snyder.
Dan Snyder.
No, yeah, he wasn't even he wasn't a fan then.
No, yes, he was. That's why I bought on bacon.
But I didn't buy any gear.
You boycotted it again. Well, you sure have a whole lot of it now.
We back.
Yeah.
Watch,
We
hat,
back. We
jackets,
back.
shirts.
We back. I got Lakers gear teed up, but I can't get rid of LeBron.
I'm with him on that one.
I'll
be back. When LeBron retire, I'm going to be wearing my Lakers stuff.
We'll be back in
Late
there,
show, baby. Let's go.
See what I'm saying? That's back, man. Don't get me started, man. That's back.
We got to get you a Luka jersey.
Who?
Luka Doncic.
No.
That'd be a little big on me.
Plus,
I think he's on a program now.
He ain't on no damn
Is he
program.
really?
He on the same program he on.
what, you going to lose like 2 pounds or something?
Bruh. Luka is on the same program he on every year. He go wherever he from, Slovenia, Slovakia, wherever it is. He go over there, start eating mama's cooking, working out, doing whatever, whatever he's doing, because he got a lot of free time on his hand. And he come back, and the first thing he do, as soon as he get back to the States, straight to In-N-Out Burger. Straight to In-N-Out Burger. Straight to In-N-Out.
That's not nice.
Well, he eating some damn where.
Yeah, he is.
Because it takes like 45 days. That joke, look.
He go to Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles. That's where he go.
He go somewhere where it's deep. He go somewhere it's deep. Where they got
Roscoe's,
where they got peach cobbler on the where they got tell a lie. Tell me what. Ask Nico. Ask his GM. He'll tell you. He said, bro.
He knows.
He said, I've done this about 10 times. Trust me when I tell you.
Yeah, I'm tired of it.
He go work out. Because one year we were on the show. I said, Reese, he cut. Chelsea been wearing the weighted vest, doing his thing. He he was at his shirt off at a workout. I said, oh, we may get a new Luka. Man, I messed around and looked away for about 2 or 3 weeks. I came back and looked. I said, who the hell is that? Who is that? Offensive line for the Steelers? Wow. But that's the Luka we know. Sorry about that, A-Town. How we doing on the poll question?
So the poll question can be found on X, formerly known as Twitter, through Buzz Sports Radio, the Sports Shop 1. And the poll question, will the Pacers close out the Knicks tonight, yes or no? And 80% of people say yes.
We got some people that's Knicks fans, huh?
I don't know. Maybe they just want to see it longer.
He voted twice.
He voted twice.
They're going to all have to vote. They may want to start shooting, too.
No, I think the Knicks win tonight. They're not going to win the series, but they win.
So
tonight.
Indiana lets them win tonight.
Yeah, I think it's good for basketball. Yeah. The Knicks with that brand, we want more eyeballs on because New York, New Wave. Yeah, that's yeah.
You can say it any language you want to. I don't make no damn difference. You say
any language you want.
I don't give a damn what language you say it is. All I know is Jalen Brunson is still getting blown by on the court. They say in Game 4, Jalen Brunson and Cat Williams, while on the court together, they were minus 24.
Yeah. That's the problem.
Make that make sense.
Page in defense, Paging defense, come to the MSG. Come to MSG. We need defense. Can somebody? But they can't. They can't defend. We found the kryptonite for Jalen Brunson. Ask him to defend. Changes the whole game. Changes the whole game. That's why the coach got to keep taking him off the court. He's got to keep coming out.
True. Changes
the whole game. When you take him out, you also take out his offensive scoring ability. Mm-hmm. So until you get better defensively, Jalen Brunson, you guys are not going anywhere. I don't care what it is. Until you figure out how to play like they played last night in Oklahoma City, that is the standard right now when it comes to winning a championship. You have – well, of course you got to score, but you got to be able to play defense. That's just it.
100%.
The Lakers looked like trash because they couldn't play defense. Golden State ended up losing that game because once you took Steph off, now it just messed up the whole thing. Nobody defends, and they couldn't score. Minnesota, they got defended, and they couldn't defend against OKC, which is tough because they have SGA. Same thing. Jalen Brunson, New York Knicks, can't defend at a high level, right? Until you can figure out how to do that, you're not winning. Wow. That's the thing for 2025.
Okay.
Defend.
Defend.
And
Defend.
you defend. And you will win.
Defend and you will win. You heard it here.
You saw what the Eagles
spin bars, man.
You see what the Eagles did.
Yeah. Tell them, Mac.
You see what they
Tell them, Mac. Nice. You finally got one after that 3 years.
Whatever.
Speaking for young and free. Hey, look.
That's what it's supposed to be.
And she want to be.
Tell them, Mac. Tell them, Mac.
I'll tell you.
Move your sports day forward.
It's strange to have an Eastern Conference Stanley Cup final with no real hot bulletin board material, but at least we've retired some of the old storylines that date back nearly 2 decades. There's just one left. Can the Carolina Hurricanes win 4 straight hockey games? If Rod can keep them focused, maybe they still have a shot and beat the odds.
Get set up. Join Next Up with Paul Ihander. Mornings at 9 on 99.9 The Fan, the Triangle Sports Leader.
Hey, Charlotte, are you ready for the ultimate food experience? Then you need to head over to Dame's Chicken and Waffles with locations in Durham, Cary, and Greensboro. Dame is where you will find award-winning chicken and the most unique waffle flavors around.
Whether you're planning a private party, public event,